What up, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Double Thought Show. In today's show, we will start talking about the City Girl Mayor. Well, it's a City Girl Mayor because there
Okay.
are a couple of them, but we're gonna focus specifically on one mayor, Latoya Cantrell, uh, saying that economy class is unsafe for Black people. It just even I, I barely got through with that, and that's the first topic we're gonna talk about, and it's only gonna get funnier uh, as we go. But before we proceed, guys, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button, hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't done so already, because yeah, show your support. Remember to hit that notification bell as well, so you know, so you get an update when we drop new shows, and share the video with your friends, your family, and distract your enemies with our videos. We currently are publishing twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays. We invite you to check out our sports channel as well. That's X Game Plan. So that's what the channel is called. There we discuss more sports, trending sports related topics. But in any case, with regards to this episode of the Double Touch Show, sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. Kr, the last topic is going to be funny, just to see how people think.
Yeah.
Not some things Kr needs to remain fictional. Anyways, yes, Kr. Yeah,
Yeah.
talk about this.
City Girl Mayor. Yes, I think RJ will come back. At least I hope so.
I
He
was
probably pressed
I was so
pressed
excited. Yeah, uh, I was
pressed
so excited.
by
Talk
by
talk
mistake.
talk about the city girl mayor, man.
Yeah. Let's start with the City Girl Mayor. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons because she basically created this term for the mayor of Dalton. Her name is Tiffany Hayward, I think. What? Henyard. Tiffany Henyard. And just to give some go check her out. Pink Book lessons on YouTube. She has a lot of videos about the City Gourmet. The story is crazy because it's obviously it seems like kind of a corruption case. It seems like it's building, and you
Yes.
know how fats work, right? They let you cook first, and then they're gonna serve you your meal in jail. She has been accused of doing the City Gourmet, so the original City Gourmet got accused of spending 22,000 of taxpayers' money on several trips to Vegas, to Selma. She has been accused of firing people. I mean, they all. Let me show you guys. This is Pink Boo's lesson has been on her game. So there is also a new one, a cartel city mayor girl. You have here city mayor girl, oh city girl mayor. Another one of her. She's charging people $500 for a parking ticket. She's using people her officers to arrest people. She has been embarrassed on TV when being questioned about her trip to Las Vegas. She has been suing people, or people have been suing her, lying about an SUV she bought for 150. So she's an ongoing case, and I mean, it seems like at a either in 1 year or 2 years she will be sitting in the same situation this current mayor of New Orleans is in right now. So, according to her, Latoya Cantrell, she says she is facing a federal probe because of her race after spending 30K on first class flights then saying economy was unsafe for black people. I mean, that's the way to put it.
I mean, if you want to fly e- business or first class, do so. I guess. I mean, it's other people's money. That's one thing, right? If you don't come with the BS about safety,
Yeah.
that's the whole thing. The City Girl mayor, the Tiffany Hanyard one, I saw her telling people to pull up because they were hate quote unquote hating on her, and she was telling people to pull up allegedly because some people there are you can and this is not me saying this, you can find a lot of people a lot of videos on this. Allegedly, she if she uses the police force, so I'm talking about the Dalton mayor right now,
Mm-hmm.
allegedly uses police force as, like the mafia, they always have like the capo was the
How about the
thought,
250?
they have the,
That's the
the
highest one.
thought, yeah, and then you have the consigliere, which is the advisor, and then you have the mate masses, you are you know the ones
Enforcers, you have the
enforcer,
losers, you
and
have
then
the
you
ones
have,
locked up.
and then you have the muscles. Well, doesn't seem like Tiffany Hanyard, City Girl Mayor, has as part of a gang, but it does seem like she's using resources of the citizen to create her own gang. Because apparently, if you have to believe what people are saying, if you don't support her or if you do something that she doesn't like, she's gonna have the police come to your place of business and harassing you over and over and over again.
or, or, or something might happen out of nowhere.
Is that a bullet hole?
Bullets riddled car of vocal opponents of Mayor Tiffany Hanyard. And I'm not saying so. This is the article for Edgar County Watchdogs. So that's not mine. Just so everyone knows, when you're suing the wrong people.
Yeah,
We don't have money. We're broke. And
they were broke.
let me show you how broke I am. I don't know if RG is broke, but I'm in first balling in my mama's basement. So make sure you go that away with that lawsuit. And RG is a seeker of greatness.
And greatness,
Also, there is
great,
no money in greatness. No, I'm just
great, greatness means food, guys. So if you know of any place I can find it, let me know.
But yeah, people get this being pushed around. Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
By the city gourmet. So who knows? Maybe she will end up like. I mean, we all know how the fats work, man, and fats usually watch. They will watch. They will watch. They will keep watching. Hey, they'll tune in Pink Book Lessons videos and just record stuff, and then watch even more. And then you think you're on a roll. You think you're untouchable, and that's when they come in and sweep up everyone in the gang in a
yeah,
RICO case.
yeah. Well, let's just hope that for
Hope,
her
hope
sake,
for what?
let's just hope she doesn't go to Vlad, because if she does it, she's gonna fast track the process.
I'm gonna wish Latoya Contrell and Tiffany. Uh, I'll wish them a Vlad interview because then they have something to tell on themselves. Because they
Yeah,
will, when the feds come in, there won't be no telling. There will only be crying at
yeah,
the end. Hey man, it's crazy if you think about it, right? And there's nothing wrong. I mean, well, we all have known that usually mayors fly first class, but don't try to justify it with some weirdo stuff saying it's unsafe for black people, man. It's a disrespect to people's intelligence to do that. Total
yeah,
disrespect, actually.
yeah.
We know
There are
the
more. Yeah.
hmm? No, no, no.
And I said that there are more. So there are more of these city girl. It seems as though
It seems
that,
as
that,
though women are not different than men. Oh, wait a second. Did I misspoke? I
I
think I
think
misspoke. My bad. My bad. I think
I
what?
think no, it's
No, I'm
no,
just
the point is that any other job requires, think about it. Every job you want to do requires a
yeah.
certain amount of dedication. You have to put in time and effort to study the material, to to get a grasp. If you start working, let's say if you start your own business, you have to start from scratch. Need to try to work in a profitable way, etc. So you have to build up.
You gotta
The
build up
only
character through.
adversity, the only job that someone can just step into and their life can change from one day to the other is, well, there are two. There's a You can become a politician or an OnlyFans model.
What's the difference? Tell me. You tell me what's the difference? It's the same. It's the same. It's the same. At the end of the day, I do agree with you. By the way, one thing you forgot, and it's only the life is changing. It's the only, it's the mayor or president is the only job you can go in and win and become a CEO of a, let's say, a company, because a lot of times mayors in the city is $1 billion business
It's a
or
budget,
business or a
like
budget.
budget. Yeah.
Yeah, let's call it budget. But if you compare it, it's $1 billion business.
Yeah.
You're running. You're trying to run a business. So let's example, you come from the streets with no with no prior experience and just walk in a company and say, you know what, today I'm going to be the CEO, and now you guys gonna listen to me, to what I have to say and how I'm gonna organize
Yeah.
this stuff, because I believe I trust myself to be the right person, and I trust you to trust me.
I had a client once. She came with her father. I was helping the client, or at least representing the client in court with a in a s- in a labor law case. And she asked me if the father could come. I said, "Yeah, sure. Bring your father. I mean, doesn't really matter. Ours still the fee is still the same." Now, as we were talking, she said, "Dad, what do you think of the proposal? I don't want to fight anymore. They're offering me 20,000, but I haven't worked that long. No, they offered me 12, but I think I should get 20. Do you think it's worth it?" The dad said, "No, you have to go all or nothing. All or nothing." And I was like, "Ma'am, with all due respect and all respect to your father, you can ask your father for advice, but it's your choice. You need to make the decision because it's your money." The father started boasting. He said, "Oh, no, all my life I've been, I go big or go home. That's the way I've done everything in my life." I
Where
said,
is he
"Okay."
now in his life?
I said, "That's it. That's why everything." Yeah, I once had the only import business of, I forgot what type of cheese. Yeah, but then it went bankrupt. I went to the bank once and I did. I told them, they told me I couldn't, they denied me a loan. I said, "No, you can't deny me the loan because this is my business model." And I speak with so much confidence. They got me the loan. I had no, two apartment complexes. I said, "Okay, had, yeah." Because I couldn't pay, the bank had mortgage on it, so they sold it. So now I don't have anything else. And I did have business. I tried a couple of things. The only thing that remains right now is politics.
Oh,
I,
I
w-
didn't expect that. I mean,
I wish I wish it was a joke, man. I wish this was a joke.
Oh my god.
And he said it with a serious face. It's these type of people that that gamble with their daughter's money. Those people, oh man, can get into politics. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but those people can get
No,
into
but there is
politics. They have as
amnesty,
much
right?
as they have as much of a chance as someone who
And
studied.
anyone who studied and has the right qualifications.
Yeah,
It's the only business where only job you can apply for without even having prior experience or having any show proof of concept of proof of being able to perform at a certain level and making more than 100K a year. There is no other one. I think maybe there is someone. Let us know in the comments. But hey, man, it's crazy, right? I mean, some people start making money as a man and they think they're untouchable. We have a couple of examples, like the Detroit mayor Kwame Kilpatrick got hemmed up in Detroit a couple years, more than a couple of years, but I think it's more than a decade now. I think he's out. He's been out for more than a decade. So he did, I think, 10 years, right? Something like that for doing this kind of stuff, right?
I mean, I think it's a shame, and I think that that's why I'm opposed to voting for someone just because they're from the same, they have the same ethnicity or they have the same background as you.
Skinfolk ain't
But
skinfolk ain't kinfolk, man.
and I'll tell you why. I I'm a practitioner of jujitsu.
Mm,
My teacher, you can't get, you won't get an extra stripe, you won't get a different color belt, a higher belt, simply by participation. He wants to see you grow. Now, there are schools that say, no, I want it. So I'm going to give people like higher belts so people will see, oh, we have black belts here and brown belts here and purple belts here and blue belts here. But then it's not strong. What's my teacher's philosophy? Why does my teacher not do this? He doesn't do it because he says, when I give you this belt, no, when when you have my belt and you go fight, you're representing my school and me as your teacher. I can't give you a purple belt if you're not worth a purple belt, if you're not on purple belt level, even though you've been here for 5 years, 7 years. Because when someone goes out there, I want them to say, you know, his purple belts are good. Okay. Back to color and skin folk and kinfolk, etc. I want, I'm not, the reason why I won't vote for you just because we have the same ethnicity is because if we do have the same ethnicity and people relate you and me together and you go and do
City girl.
crazy things like city girl things, then it will reflect badly on me and on all my community. So, but yeah, the way they run the whole election is a popularity contest.
It is. It is. May the best, most popular, the one who promised most win.
Yeah.
Without any, that's the worst thing, right? You promise a lot of stuff before the election, then turn around, do nothing, and then tell people, yeah, it was the opponent. They kept us from moving. Vote for me again. Because this time I will do it.
Yeah.
Hey man, reflects very bad on the people of Dalton because they voted her in, the
Yeah.
Tiffany Hayner.
Yeah.
And I mean, the feds are coming, regardless what you believe or not. The feds came for a lot of people in the past. The feds coming for Caesar Pina. We've
Yep.
seen the feds coming for Young Tuck. And the feds might also be coming next for Lil Durk.
Lil
Or
Durk.
who knows? Because Lil Durk's allegedly OTF members, OTF, that's let's say a Chicago gang, only the family, which was formed by let's say it's a hip hop group. Let's call it a hip hop group. Potato these days, because apparently Young Thug's hip hop group is being indicted as a gang. But okay,
Yeah.
OTF members are out here crying to be released, even before they go to the police station. Let's listen. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's cannot increase the. Can I? Can zoom in a little bit. Can zoom in a little bit. So this guy got caught by the police. Let's listen what he has to say to the police.
I had a gun in the car, some drill. I'm out on bond for a gun, gang. I can't afford to go back. I'll tell you, no.
Okay, I'm just okay.
Look, I'm telling you what's what.
Okay.
I can get you, bro. I can get you whoever you need off of this area.
Okay, just so you know, everything's being
I
recorded.
don't care about that shit.
That for you, that helps you because then you're willing to work the community on getting shit out the street.
But look, you gonna work with me? Just
I will
one
work
time.
with you.
And look, I swear to God, look.
But I need to go over there before.
All right, look. I'm finna tell you what kind of gun.
Okay.
Be 100 with me. So I'm going to jail, or can I help you out loud to get out? But I can't go to.
If you help us out,
I'm gonna thank you with the first one.
it has to be in the station. It cannot be out here.
Bro, how can I get? Look, I understand. I gotta be able to proceed.
Yeah.
And everything. But bro, like we could do that shit later. Like if I go in right now, they don't know something. I went to jail and I'm out on bond for a pipe.
I can't even get the car out, bro. It's stuck.
Fuck that car, bro. For real, bro. Oh my.
Hang on, the car's here. Hang on.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I had a gun in the car, some drill.
So he was ready to cooperate with the police even before he gets
I'm
to the.
real with you.
Let
I
me-
had
The cop was trying to stop him.
Are you sure you want to work with us? Wait a second. We have to bring you to the station before you can tell. Don't tell yet. We have to offer you a KFC, a bucket of KFC for you to tell. You shouldn't tell right now in the don't give away your leverage, boy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And people wonder why gangs get put up together in a RICO case like Young Thug. There's always someone who's willing to tell. Just like being a mayor, you don't need qualifications to become a guest. There is no, they're just gonna beat you up as an initiation ritual, and then you're safe to start rolling, dealing, whatever you want to deal. RJ, what do you think about this? When you look at this, if this is your, let's call it hypothetically, if this is the person who you need to represent, or you have to, represent during a negotiation for his freedom, or a negotiation for his cooperation. What do you
Yeah.
think about this?
Yeah. So I don't do criminal law. I haven't done
Anymore.
criminal law for in a long while. But what I can tell you is that once, listen, because when by the time by the time I'm in the station, he would have told everything already. So there's nothing more I can do for a person like that. There's nothing more I can negotiate because, or I can try to negotiate because there's nothing to, and it's not like the cops are willing to just negotiate. They caught you, but it does seem as though all the there are the sayings, snitches get stitches and all those things. But it seems as though everyone talks. Not everyone. I mean, Cameron of
You wouldn't stay.
he was saying that he when who called him out
Hello,
said
Riley. Bill O'Reilly. It
No,
wasn't
so,
Bill
no,
O'Reilly. You know, is that the one you're talking
no,
about with the harasser that lives next door?
no. This is the one where someone called him soft or he wasn't real, something like that.
Okay.
And he said, with all due respect. And then he said that he had a chance. Someone did something. It wasn't him, but he sat the time because he's not a snitch.
Mm.
Just to show that like he's real. He's the real deal.
Well,
But the majority of people just not a majority, people talk. And at the end of the day, the cops know that and they just need one person. So for the mayor, for Lil Durk, for Lil everybody,
for Tuggy
w-
Tug.
I mean, there's always one. You just need the weakest link, and the weakest link will
There
talk.
is always a weak link. Even in the case of Young Talk, right? The what's their name? The Slime Gang stuff. There was someone, they released a video of one of the members how they started building the case. One of the members started talking. He was a frequent. He was
Yeah.
visiting the police station,
No.
and they will let him do some things. Of course, you gotta, in order to get information, you gotta give him a free reign on certain things. But he was cooperating, going to the police station, telling everything, and walking out like it was nothing. Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, does it really pay to be a criminal? Because the people who's next to you, they're not criminals for a reason. Criminals don't have they always say honor amongst criminals. No, there's no honor amongst criminals.
Well, I think that a lot of people, you have to imagine that as a kid, you grow up oftentimes in situations like that, except for Jamaran. But usually people just grow up
I
in
didn't.
situations. No, no, but I'm just saying those people are the ones who oftentimes get involved in gangs. So you see
Oh,
it
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you don't know any different. And so you continue with it. And I mean, we all know how all the whole gang gang um, history was formed here in the USA, at least the African American gangs. And you can also see how the music portrays it and how we tend to. I mean, it takes so long for a J. Cole to pop off, but Sexy Red can drop ratchet songs and
Popular man
women
locked
and
up.
and and women will dance to it and men will link to the and the gangster things, and that's basically the way the world works. And yeah, you can it's difficult, but sometimes, especially the children, KR, if as a children you don't know any different, you're gonna just follow the path. And if your parents don't tell you, because some people, they're in it, but they'll tell their children, listen, I'm in it because I need to, provide for the family and things like that, but I don't want you to do that. Just like a mom. Let's say if you're a mom, if you're a woman and you decide to to become a prostitute, and you do so because you need to take care of your family, right? You have two three homes. Oftentimes they try at least to give their children a better life, because that life oftentimes there's always, it can be rough, it can be violent, it can be linked with drugs and all of those things. And uh not only if, let's say, they're invited to Diddy's Freak Fest, but just in general, it can be very bad.
Freak off, by the way.
Freak off, oh, freak off. Yeah,
Who's
you're the
the
one.
third
You're
leg?
the one. You're the one who did the investigation. So, yeah. But yeah, it's those children. But it's not everyone has. Not every children have the luck to be born in a family where people think for themselves.
Well, they are definitely a minority. Most people
Yeah.
don't think for themselves. So let alone they grow up thinking for themselves. So they I mean, even if a lot of times what you see, RJ, is that also when a parent does crime and they say, I do crime, but you shouldn't be doing it. A lot of times, those kids turn out also to do crimes later on, whether the
That's what
dad
they see
says
it.
or not. That's what they see.
That's
That's
what they
their
see.
example. They know, and they try to understand if my dad can do it. Kids always are very impressionable, right? Kids see what their parents do and try to copy it, whether it's a good thing or a bad habit, a good habit or a bad habit, right? For example, I think I showed you a video earlier of a kid obviously copying the mom
Yeah.
and then talking to the dad,
Yeah.
and you
Talking
ask,
trash.
talking trash to the dad. You ask yourself, right? Like, that's not from her. She's basically copying a way of talking that she has been seeing from her mom. And that's transferred from generation to generation. Then she grows up and talks like that to other people. And that can turn into someone punching that person in the mouth, or let's say, for example, dealing drugs or doing other types of crimes.
Yep.
I mean, it's you can say a lot about don't do this, don't do that, but you clearly see that sometimes, a lot of times, unless the kid is, and that's also a minority, kids being self-assured and also deciding for themselves they don't want to go through that to those trials and tribulations
Yeah.
and removing themselves from the family in a
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's tough, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yo, KR. Another thing. Something else.
Tell me.
One of the best movies I saw recently, or the best series I saw recently, was the Squid Games.
Mm.
It was a very good series. Now,
Did you know before you continue? Did you know it took the guy who wrote this more than 10 years to get the script on TV?
yeah.
Yeah, he wrote it. He wrote it when he was broke. He couldn't. He couldn't. No one wanted to buy the script, and at the end, he got it developed for almost for the minimum at Netflix. But continue. One of the greatest series in the last maybe 3 to 4 years.
Well, the Netflix, I think it was Netflix, right? Started.
Netflix, yeah.
It wanted to. They thought, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to branch out to game shows.
They've been doing bad. Numbers ain't looking good. So what do? You bring back the money cow,
Yeah.
the milk.
But it was like a reality show, right? As I understand. Like
Yeah,
around the world. What was what you had the Fear Factor and all those game shows. There was a time those shows were very popular.
yeah, yeah. They were, they were, and now they're trying to bring it back, right? In with, of course, Squid Game as, let's say, the overarching theme.
Yeah.
So they basically created a Squid Game reality series. The same, which is it was copying basically the show, which is already, if you think about it, I wouldn't want to be there because we, well, of course they're gonna take safety measures. Of course they are. Well, I mean, we've seen the show. You say things might go wrong,
Hmm.
and apparently things went wrong. Oh, by the way, there were 456 players in this show. They were
Hmm.
all trying to get about 4 million, 4 to 4.5 million in prize money. So they were trying to go big,
Hmm.
or as you described in a previous, go big or go home.
Hmm.
Well, Some people went home with hypothermia and they went home with nothing.
Yeah,
Well, they went home with something, but not what they expected to have.
yeah.
Hey, sometimes you make a choice, and it might pan out the wrong way. So that's why you should know not always go big or go home. A spokesperson of the Squid Game, the challenge said no lawsuit has been filed by any Squid Game contestant. We take the welfare of our contestants extremely serious. Competitors had flown in from as far as United States, Australia for the show, which was being filmed at the Cardigan Studios in near Bedford. I think that sounds like an English town. And yeah, so that's oh man, imagine you going there these are some of the I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it yet, but I think it's very interesting to see that people want to put their lives thinking that sometimes it's easy to I mean, if you think about it, right, fear factor, and so you are eating sometimes cow balls, cow anus.
I didn't watch it. You know, I thought
Fear
I watched a couple of them.
factor.
Yeah, just a couple, but I don't like those things. I mean,
Well, you don't like, yeah, yeah, well, that is true. You're not of the you don't like certain well, that's good. That's good that you don't like it. Well, I watch those things quite back
yeah, you watch them quite often. Yeah, yeah.
back in the days. Well, Fear Factor I don't watch these days. I mean, is there a Fear Factor still? I
No,
don't
I
know.
don't think so. I don't think so.
Since Joe Rogan went UFC, it went belly up. But yeah, it's you make choices, man. You make choices. End up with hypothermia, hyper hypothermia,
Hypothermia.
and damaged nerves. Imagine that. Because they got stuck in a painful stress position for hours, freezing while filming. Damn. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's $4.5 million. They could have won. I'm curious who's gonna win it. I'm curious who's gonna win it. At the end of the day, you make the choices yourself. You whatever choice you make, there will always be consequences. Just believe that.
Yeah,
Whether you decide to be part of a show like this or you start a OnlyFans page,
yeah,
just don't look weird when your kid gets bullied or gets looked on crazy by his fellow students in a case
yeah,
of an OnlyFans channel or page.
yeah.
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anything you want to say from a lawyer's perspective on this challenge contestant? They tried.
Oh, yeah. Well, they probably signed waivers and things like that. So the question is whether or not the Netflix, whether or not the contracts they signed were and the waivers were sufficient
Mm,
to protect them. But I think that uh, aside from that, it's just a matter of for Netflix at least weighing the good and the bad. They probably have a budget for. I mean, they probably know. They probably have a budget. They probably have insurance, things like that. So liability insurance. So they must have accounted for it. They maybe they thought someone said they might get hyperthemia. What are the chances? Huh, 3%,
what's the point?
410. Hmm. What's the amount? If it were, let's say hypothetically, if there was hyperthemia suffered, how much would it cost us? Worst case scenario, huh? Okay, $10,000. Hmm. How much can we? Well, how much do we stand to earn? $60 million. I guess the choice is made, isn't it? Proceed.
How many people can walk through that? It's good for the show. It's good for
Yeah.
who doesn't want to see that?
Yeah.
People are a bit more, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, people do a lot for entertainment these days, and you gotta ask yourself. I mean, protect yourself at all times. That's what we preach at the Double Thought Show, and there is always no consequence.
Yeah.
Freedom of choice also always precedes. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's
I don't
crazy.
have. Yeah. I don't have anything else to say. Did you have anything else?
Well, this is going to be a very short show because there's not a lot to discuss further. I think, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, usually we can go into depth or more into depth, but today I have to run a bit earlier. But I think
Are you running from the Tiffany Henyard? Is she behind you, trying to get you capped?
as well, I'm not gonna sit and wait to find out. Oh man. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in.
At all times, guys.
Yeah, protect
If
yourself,
you
and
go back, these snitches are everywhere.
thanks for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Remember to like the show and engage with us. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on the various topics we discuss. It's been a pleasure to serve you once more, and we'll see each other in the next one. And don't forget, of course, to check out our sports channel at X Game Plan. That's X Game Plan here on YouTube. Till next time, peace.
Peace. Topona tokena peria. Whatever it is that kid is singing.